The 1991 Tale of Peter Rabbit is so adorable. This is directed by Clive Smith, written by Tony Geiss, of course based on the story by Beatrix Potter, and it's narrated by Burnett. And it tells the story of little Peter Rabbit, who wasn't really paying attention when his mother told him and his sisters that they could go to this place or that place, but not into Mr. McGregor's garden. And of course, while Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail go off to pick berries where they're allowed to go, Peter Rabbit is only thinking of the vegetables in Mr. McGregor's garden, and off he goes, and he enjoys the vegetables, but then Mr. McGregor spots him, and it's unclear how Peter Rabbit is going to get out of this predicament, because Mr. McGregor is hot on his tail, and Peter Rabbit can't find the exit of the garden. It's such a sweet story because the animation is gorgeous. I love the design of Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail. I love the colour palette. I love the way the vegetables are animated. And of course, Peter Rabbit is very cute as well. It's also a really important story about listening to your parents and not going into places where you're not meant to be, because terrible things might happen. There are a lot of supporting characters in this, mostly birds. There are a lot of different birds in this, but we also have a family of mice who are, if you can believe it, even more adorable than Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail. And I thought their involvement in this was so lovely. It's such a classic story, and I feel like any interpretation or adaptation of the story can go either way. It can either be badly done or it can be brilliant, and I'm so pleased that this falls into the latter category. It's beautifully animated, the music is great. I think it really tugs at the heartstrings, more than I was expecting. We have the story of Peter Rabbit's father, and Peter Rabbit himself cries when he's scared and alone. It's definitely very emotional, and I think the important messages are very clear, very easy to understand for younger viewers. It's told with a beautiful narration. Burnett does a wonderful job. Some of it is told through song. I wouldn't say it's a musical as such. There are not necessarily enough songs in it to consider it a musical version of Peter Rabbit, but there are some songs in there to help carry the narrative forward. I think it does a really good job of telling the story within about 30 minutes, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know if it's my favourite version of Peter Rabbit. It's definitely quite high up there. Having said that, I haven't seen that many adaptations. I've seen a few, of course, but not a tremendous amount. So if you can recommend any others, I'd be very keen to check out other tales of Peter Rabbit. But for now, I'm very happy to recommend this. I think it's really beautiful, very well animated, and a lovely way to enjoy the story of Peter Rabbit.